But we are going to get to the next story. Sean Kingston.
Yes.
And his big four-headed ass mama.
What you gonna say? His mama big forehead.
That's I saw that mugshot.
I seen it too.
Okay, they're indicted in a $1 million fraud scheme. They face decades in prison. They made their first appearance in Florida federal court Friday after being indicted for wire fraud in a phony scheme
for a minute too.
to buy more than $1 million worth of luxury items. So basically, they're charged on 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 5 counts of wire fraud. And each count carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. So basically, Sean Kingston and his mom allegedly made false claims that they had executed bank wires and other payments for high-end items like cars and jewelry. And they were arrested.
That's wire fraud. They just didn't pay their bill. That's all.
Yeah.
In other words, people, they just didn't pay their bill.
They stole $500,000 in jewelry, more than $200,000 from Bank of America, and $100,000 from First Republic Bank, $160,000 from a Cadillac Escalade dealer, and $86,000 from the maker of customized beds. Prosecutors allege Kingston would persuade businesses to stray from their regular business practices and hand over the items before receiving full payment. And he has a script.
Listen, anytime law enforcement ever express something, it's always half what they're always saying. They always blow it up bigger than what it actually is. Now, listen to what he just said. He convinced them to give him the product without him paying.
Yeah.
And he's black.
Yeah.
He ain't white. He's black.
He has a script. It says that he says he works with Justin Bieber and he lures people using his celebrity into having them release things without him paying for it, and then he simply never pays.
Again.
And people do that. We're in a celebrity-obsessed culture.
Every average American don't pay a bill on time.
Yeah.
They might miss a payment
Nah.
You ain't never see me tell you.
This is over $1 million in charges over time.
Again, that's because he's a star. He's a recording artist. So because of his name, he can get things out of ordinary that.
But he's still supposed to pay for them.
Of course. So what I'm saying is he basically didn't pay no bills. It's not. So when somebody say wire fraud, he just didn't pay his bill. That's all. He didn't steal it. He just didn't pay his bill.
But that was intentional.
Okay, some of us don't pay our bills on time because it's intentional, because we got another bill we got to pay, or we might be short on something.
This is the first of many. It says Kingston was already serving a 2-year probation sentence for trafficking stolen property, and his mom pleaded guilty in 2006 to bank fraud for stealing more than $160,000 and served more than a year in prison. So they have a history of doing fraudulent charges.
Damn,
so this
man,
wasn't.
How the f- y'all?
Yeah,
see, that's another thing. And for the ones who actually make it, who crack that glass ceiling, y'all got to understand, y'all can't live the hood life. You can't scheme and scam people. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know what the scamming is? That's an immigrant crime. Nobody's gonna say it, but I will say it. Okay. Immigrants do that shit.
Okay.
I'm not saying because I know a nigga who went to jail for credit cards.
Of course.
But the number one group of people I see running frauds like this are A, immigrants, B, gay men, and C, women. In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anytime I hear about credit cards and fraud, I'm thinking the person's either gay, an immigrant, or a gay immigrant woman. All three. Yeah, so that's just something to think about. But yeah, Sean Kingston has a history of scamming for luxury items. See, that's what makes it worse. You don't even need this shit.
Right. All you got to do is just go out and put a show on.
Yeah.
That's all you got. And see, that's the crazy part. All he got to do is go put on a show.
Ain't nobody going to come, though.
Yeah, they going to come. He can get him and a few other people. Hey, look, y'all, let's put a show together and do it like, it's 2,000 hit shit.
But is anybody going to work with him? You get all the shit he got going on.
I'm sure
I mean, people will work. I would work with somebody like that. I would just hide my wallet.
He has a fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So regardless, he got a fan base.
He's just being greedy.
right. He just
I don't
not.
know if
I
I-
He
mean,
wants to live above his means.
which he
I don't know if I
could if
would
he
go.
just put in, get off your fat lazy ass and go out there. And he got locked up when he was about to perform on the Air Force base.
Yeah.
Like dummy, you going on a military base? You know they gonna
See
lock
what
you
it
up.
is? Yeah, he just wants to live a life more extravagant than what he can afford.
or what he's willing to work for. Cause he has the space to make the money. Like I said, he's an entertainer.
But bruh, it's Sean Kingston. That's
Make music. I'm sure you got a studio in your house. Make music or bring on new artists. Something.
it's
nigga.
still Sean Kingston.
I mean, again,
Do you know any song by him other than that Beautiful Girls?
There's one other one.
There's
he
another
had.
one,
I
but
can't
that's the
think
only
of
one
name
that
of
pops up to your head. Cause
See?
That's
all
all
the one-
he ain't made too much shit.
Okay, well
I know of anyway.
let's keep it moving from Sean Kingston